Hi guys, it is Summer Lee, the children's book author, coming to you today. I have been not consistent at all with my videos. So you remember I had to move and then I got sick and now I'm back and I'm better than ever, health-wise. So moved into my lovely new space. And I'm adjusting to it. I tell my friend all the time, I tell her all the time that I feel like I live in a sardine can because I went from a huge house to a very smaller house. But that's okay. It's just me. So, whatever. And I do have a son, but he doesn't really count because he's 11. So, at any rate, I just wanted to just come to you guys and let you know that I will be back now on a more consistent basis, somewhere between once or twice a week. So thank you guys for stopping in. But I am coming to you on a very serious note today, this Tuesday. I had someone who was very near and dear to my heart kidnap Trilby. Kidnap I Dream Cheer. And what I mean by that, they logged into my cloud because they had my information and they stole her. Can you believe? Look how cute she is. Can you believe they stole her? So they stole her along with another publication that would and should be released sometime within early 2019. We're talking about like January. Along with other literary works that I had started on. You know how we as writers we'll start a piece because we have this thing in our mind, and then we'll be like, okay, well, the juices aren't flowing on this one, so you put it down for a while, and eventually, of course, pick it back up. So, along with some other literary works that I had been working on, they took those as well. So, I had the opportunity this morning to go on to YouTube and listen to what I can do to get Trilby back. So got some really good information, and I was really worried about them being able to take my hard work, and especially since I Dream Cheer has been published already. Remember, it's on Amazon. Since I Dream Cheer had been published already, I was just wondering, what could happen? Could Trilby be lost for me forever? And I was just really worried about that. So I was able to go online and understand that I do have copyright privileges, and that even some of my literary works that have not been published yet, I still own the rights to those. So I was able to reach out, we'll listen to some YouTube videos, listen to some podcasts, of course, check my children's writing book Facebook group that I belong to, as well as contacting my attorney and making sure that these things were not lost and all was not done in vain. And I was able to just kind of calm down about it. I was really, really, really worked up about it over the weekend. All of it happened on Sunday. I was actually out with some friends on Sunday having brunch. Gotta love a good Sunday brunch, right? And some emails just started coming across on my iPhone, and I was like, well, what's going on? Let me check. And then it was like, oh, the password has been changed. Oh, the recovery phone numbers have been changed. And I was like, oh my goodness. So when I say a near and dear friend, it was, I was in a relationship, and it didn't work out. And now, just because of that, Trilby was stolen, you know? And I was really sad about it, just because I know that I had worked so hard, and this was something, the books kind of generated they did generate after he left. And I've been working really hard on this, these books and these illustrations and just all of this stuff. And oh my goodness, now for Trilby to be stolen, and I don't know, not able to get her back, but I am able to get her back. So that's one of the good things that I was able to find out, but it's still so scary, I'm still in the process of trying to figure out how to get her back. I was worried about whether or not another person could take ownership of I Dream Cheer in the Dream series. If anybody wants to know why I named the little girl Trilby, I think I've mentioned this to you before. Trilby is my daughter. So along with her being, my daughter and the I Dream Cheer series and all of that, those are the reasons why she was, as she grew up, she was a cheerleader. So the little girl is made from her. So just little things like that. But one of the things that I want to share with you, and to really make sure that you guys do, is that when you publish anything, please go and make sure that you go to the LOC, the Library of Congress, and get your works copywritten immediately. As soon as you have the opportunity and they tell you that your works are done, go to the LOC, upload it, copyright it immediately. And then you don't have to be put in the type of situation that can't be one person's fault all the time, and you can't put blame on. Sometimes you can now, but if I had done my due diligence and potentially moved my information to another source, I would not be talking to you guys right now about it. So I do have to take ownership for the actions that I did not do. You understand what I'm saying? So, but I've learned my lesson. So there's always a lesson in things. So I do understand that. So, all was not done in vain. I got this under control. I'm able to figure out my mistakes. Anytime anything ever happens to me, good or bad, definitely bad though, I make sure that I figure out what my lesson in it is, and also figure out, what are the takeaways from it. There's always a good in a bad, right? So, couple things. I was able to go onto the YouTube channel, listen to the man's name. I think his name was William, but I can't remember. But he talked about publishing rights and copyrights. And so I was able to listen to him this morning and not feel so bad, right? So definitely, anytime you have any type of publications, and I know some people are out here like, Summer, who wouldn't do that? But I'm also telling you that there are some people out here who were like me, who did not think to do those things immediately. So, I'm just here to provide advice at this point. Please, please, please go get your things copywritten as soon as they get done, and then you don't have to worry about issues like that. And then I also want you guys to drop into the comments and let me know if you've ever experienced this, or you've had a friend that has, or whatever, so we can here be a resource for other individuals, because I am not the only one who this has happened to, especially from a friend, family member, or loved one. So, I might get the things back, but it's almost like, a house key, right? You move into a new house, you get a new apartment, you do things like that. Do you really want the same locks on the doors that someone else had? Because they could have said, hey, we turned in our keys to the rental office or whatever. But how many times do we go and have to make new sets of keys? I know that when I was living in my other house, I had to make new sets of keys all the time because my son, who is 11, loses. Oh, and I have a son who is now 19. Can you believe it? Look how good I look. Look at me. So, I have a son who is 19 who would lose his damn keys. Oh, I'm not supposed to cuss. I'm a children's book author. Sorry. Who would lose his keys all the time. I had to always go and replace his keys. So I understand things. So just because someone turns in a set of keys, it's also a lot of times people say I'm changing the locks just to be on the safe side so I can have my own keys. So, go get yourself, change your locks, right? Change your locks. I should have changed my passwords. Didn't do it. My fault. Won't happen again. So we talked about the Library of Congress. We talked about going to make sure that you have your things, your copywritten through the LOC. Library of Congress is $35. Always go and do it. Very, very, very important. Also, make sure that you go and when you're done writing anything, one thing that I did learn is to do a poor man's copyright, which is you go and print out your works, and then you mail yourself a copy. Write on the seal, write the date and put your initials. You also write your initials at the corner of it and you date it. You put it into an envelope and you send it to yourself. You never open it back up now. You cannot open it back up once it comes back in the mail to you. But when you go and you open it back, and when you go and it turns back into you and, returns back to you from the mail, you also have they call it a poor man's copyright. You also have the date on there by which you have sent it to yourself along with the postage stamp. So go and make sure that you do. I would suggest you do both, right? So you have one from the LOC and then you have one from the post office, and then you can be real fancy with it and send it to yourself with a tracking number attached to it. And so you will also have that, and you'll have your receipt. And so you will always have that as a backup copy if you need to. So definitely copyrights through the LOC, which is the Library of Congress, $35. Go and do that, especially if you haven't published your book. Because I Dream Cheer and Trilby have been published already, and the publishing date for the iBook was September 25th. Yay. Since that already went out online, that's my book. And then, I've been working with my illustrators and I've been working with my editors, so they know that there are no other stakeholders for the I Dream Cheer series. But it's just the fact that, just make sure. And it's one of the things that I learned. I asked my best friend today, I said she does podcasting. So she's really big. I love her so much. Her podcast is Just Saying, JUSSAYIN, and so she does podcasting, and she does YouTubing as well. And I asked her, throughout the course of your journey, what do you think that you've learned, right? And she told me a couple of things throughout this journey that she had learned. And I had to say, one of the things that I learned, I already knew about your ISBN numbers, wanted to make sure you got that, got it immediately, put it up, everything is great. But the importance of keeping your literary works safe, right? Because you just never know, right? I could have left my laptop on a train station, like at a train station or on the bus, or, you know, trains, planes, and automobiles around here, right? I could have left them someplace and someone else would have gotten a hold to them. So keeping your literary work safe, not housing everything on the cloud, right? Just because I don't do well with paper and stuff, I'll lose stuff. I'm always everywhere looking for stuff, losing stuff. I just don't ever know. So housing my information on the cloud, keeping written or definitely hard copies of my works, and making sure that even if I don't send it to the LOC, which will never happen again, I had already done it before, but I just wanted to make sure with Trilby was done, but I just wanted to make sure that everything from the time my editor says completed project, that I send it immediately to the LOC. Make sure that I do that from now on. Good thing that those were already done, but I'm just saying that as a lesson, I know now that if I'm like, oh, I'll wait. No, I will not. I bet you I won't. Sending it immediately. And what else? Oh, copywriting. And to mail myself a hard copy just in case. I, initial each page, put the date on there, and then initial the seal once I put it in the envelope with the date on there, and send it to myself with a tracking number. That's what you want to make sure that you do. Now, this is not Shakespeare, and I'm very well aware of that, but they're children's books, Dr. Seuss probably didn't think it was Shakespeare as well, but look at Dr. Seuss now, right? Green eggs and ham, yes I can, Sam, So, I think that's about it. I'm just so happy to be back talking to you guys. I think that's why I had so much content to talk about. So, what's next for I Dream Cheer? We are starting our second book in the series already. So it's I Dream Cheer, or I Dream Cheer, Trilby's and Victor's in Tumbling Tuck City. So we're going to be talking, the little town is Tumbling Tuck. So we're going to be talking about some little adventures that she had, there. So I look forward to you guys seeing what awaits her within these next couple of weeks. I'm hoping to have her out by the first week in February. I plan on doing a book signing, so I'm going to let all of you guys know where I will be at. It will be either here in Atlanta, or I will be going back home to my hometown, which many people do not know. My hometown is Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Right now we do keep them, I am keeping them in my thoughts and in my heart with the massacre that went on there just a couple days ago. So, guys, I think that's it. Thank you so much for listening to me. I just had so much to talk about. I hadn't been to see you guys between moving, and then I was sick, and now I'm back, and then Trilby was stolen. Oh my goodness. Thank you for letting me just rant to you for a little while. I enjoyed being back. You guys may hear from me later on this week, because we have to figure out the mystery of what happens to my girl here. Thank you guys, and I look forward to hearing from you. Remember to drop down in the comments if you have any questions for me, or if you have any advice for me. Just drop down in the comments and tell me what you think. I would love to be able to hear it. And I think that's it. So always remember, have a great day. Always stay positive. Go onto my YouTube channel, I Dream Cheer. Like and subscribe. Go to my Facebook page, I Dream Cheer. And then go to Twitter is IDC Series. And my Instagram is I Dream Cheer. So please, guys, go like, subscribe, support, and I will do the same. Even if you don't like it, I'll still support you. And always remember to dream and cheer. I'll talk to you later. This is Summer Lee. Bye, guys.